Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I'm a property investor, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about tax, how you can save tax through using the strategy Serviced Accommodation, which is a fantastic property investment strategy. I've been investing in property now for over a decade. I've trained tens of thousands of people in property, and I've also written a best-selling book, Buy Low, Rent High. Serviced accommodation has seemed to shock the government, and they're saying, oh, why is everyone doing it? Why is 7% of houses in Greater London used for serviced accommodation? People are making a lot of money through serviced accommodation, and the reason is because the government absolutely crippled landlords with stupid tax rules. They upped stamp duty, and before, if you bought a house that was less than £125,000, you didn't have to pay stamp duty. That was great. I used to buy all my houses less than 125 grand, never paid stamp duty. They dropped it to £40,000. There's no houses less than £40,000. And if they are less than £40,000, they're unmortgageable because they're so cheap anyway. So that means that you've got to pay stamp duty every time you buy a buy-to-let house. But don't worry, stamp duty is not a lot of money. It's only 3%. So you buy a house for 100 grand and you pay £3,000 for what? Just to the government for being there? So that's one annoying thing. Next, 2016, they announced they were going to bring in Section 24. I was crossing my fingers hoping they wouldn't bring it in. They said that they were going to phase it in and it was going to properly come in 2020. Guess what? It's now 2020 and they brought it in! Another horrible, stupid tax law. Section 24 says that you cannot claim your mortgage payments as tax deductible. So if you're renting a house out for £500, your mortgage is £300, your profit's £200, right? No! They're saying you've got to pay tax on the whole £500. That's never happened in any business in the whole of history ever before. Government, what is your problem? Why are you so anti-landlords? Next, you're making a little bit of money through property. Isn't it great? And then your boiler breaks. And then you've got expenses, and it's annoying. Let me talk about serviced accommodation. Serviced accommodation, firstly, if you buy a property and you're buying it for serviced accommodation purposes, and if you don't know what serviced accommodation is, I suggest that you check out one of my other videos where I talk about what it is and how you can do it. But you don't pay stamp duty. Unless it's £150,000 or more, you pay zero stamp duty. Isn't it fantastic? And how it works is, when you buy a property, if it's going to be serviced accommodation, it's as if it's a commercial property. So you'll pay commercial tax, which is much, much less. So that's the first amazing advantage. No more £3,000 for buying a 100 grand house to the government. Good. Next. Section 24, this stupid law that says that you have to pay, your mortgage payments are not tax deductible. Section 24 doesn't apply if you're renting the property out as a serviced accommodation property. So if you're renting out on short stays, then you claim back your mortgage payment as tax deductible, which is fantastic. So everyone that's moaning about Section 24 doesn't apply. And that's why so many landlords have converted their properties from buy-to-lets to serviced accommodation, to HMOs to serviced accommodation. And not only are they saving loads of money on tax, but they're also realizing that they're getting way more rent. So that's the next thing. Lastly, capital allowances. With a serviced accommodation property, if you get a new boiler, guess what happens? You claim it as an expense. As long as you are renewing, replacing, or repairing anything in the house, it is completely tax deductible with capital allowances. Now listen, I am not a tax expert. I am not qualified to give tax advice, but this is what I will say. Number one, challenge your accountant on everything. Don't let your accountant tell you that you need to pay tax if you don't think you do. You've got to challenge it. I've had situations where I've been buying houses and my solicitors and my accountants have said you need to pay this much stamp duty. And I'm like, I read on the HMO website, and they're like, oh, we're not sure. And I've challenged it, and then they've looked into it and they've said, actually, Samuel, you are right. So even though I'm not qualified to give tax advice, I challenge my accountants, and you should do the same. Number two, consider serviced accommodation as a strategy. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, or even if you're not, even if you're just getting started, consider it as a strategy because the cash flow is great and the tax benefits are even better. And then number three is research, study, and educate yourself. Do not just take the easy road. Do not just do what people tell you to do. If you just do what's expected and what people tell you to do, you're going to end up going to school, getting good grades, going to uni, getting a half-decent job, buying a house, paying off the mortgage, retiring at 67, and then dying. Don't just do the status quo, what the government, what the education system, what everybody expects you to do. Challenge everything. Think outside the box. Live better, be better, make more, give more. So that's my advice to you today. I hope you found it useful. Please do smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Also, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and I need this message to get to more landlords and to get to more investors. So to help with the YouTube algorithm, so this YouTube video pops up everywhere, please do me a favor and comment below. It really helps make this video more popular and get the message out there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace out.